Welcome, welcome, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you because I understand you don't have to be here. There are so many places you could be in the world, but you are right here with me. So it's your girl, Dr. M.E. Porter, the founder and commentator of Jump With Me TV. I know. Since I started the channel, I've changed the name a few times, but sometimes you got to figure out what fits, what feels good, and what actually has a meaning. So, Jump With Me TV actually has a meaning for me. And so ultimately, it's going to be Jump With Me TV. Holla! So, again, thank you so much for being here. Just wanted to hop on for a few moments today and just share some things with you. God's been really stretching me. He's been really like what I see in my mind's eye. I don't know, like I'm probably aging myself, but there used to be a toy, and I think the toy was called Stretch Armstrong, but the toy was like this toy that you could like pull it and it would stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch. I never ever ever saw one break. You could just stretch it and stretch it and stretch it. Kind of like Inspector Gadget, like Go Gadget arms, how his arms would just go and go and go and go. But God has been really, really stretching me. And he's been using things that seem simple. They seem simple in nature, but God can be deep. Like y'all know, God can be deep. He can like take you off in deep water sometime. And so he's been really stretching me, and he's been really pulling me to the forefront. And so, if you are new to following me, then perhaps you've never heard of me before. And that's by design. That's by my design. I've kind of hidden myself amongst all of the other social media faces and voices. I've hidden myself. Um, and that's what the Lord has been working with me on. He's been telling me, you can't hide out anymore. Like I've called you to higher places, to the top of the mountain, and the space that you've been living in is suffocating you. You haven't been reaching high enough. And so you are well known in many circles, but there are so many more circles where nobody knows who you are. And I've given you a voice that is loud, that has wisdom, that speaks, and that heals and helps people. And so, because you have chosen to live in this low level of living, what has happened is that all of the information that I've poured into you, all of that information is stuck. It's stuck. And so it's causing you to be stuck, and it's causing you to react and respond to life situations from a stuck position. And so whereas you are a giant, you are functioning as a grasshopper. And I believe it's in the book of Numbers, where they were spying out the promised land, right? They were spying out the promised land. And yeah, the spies went out, and they came back and they were like, there are giants in the land. There are giants in the land. But there were only giants in the land because they saw themselves as grasshoppers. And I've been functioning as a grasshopper. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that because of the people that I'm called to, those are the ones who are very likely listening to this, to the sound of my voice right now. It's easy to be a grasshopper. Grasshoppers really don't have anything to be accountable for, whereas giants do, because everybody can see the giant. Everybody can hear the giant coming. Everybody can hear the giant speak. Everybody can see the giant's mistakes. And so I've been hiding out in a land called false humility. I've been allowing myself to seem so much smaller than I really am, but taking comfort in knowing that I'm a giant. right? Like I know I'm a giant. I just don't want anybody else to know that I'm a giant. Therefore, I don't have to be accountable to anybody except me, except myself. And it's a horrible space to be in because you have this whole life going on like inside of you, like on the inside. If someone could like cut me open and see my spirit and see my soul, I have this, my life, I'm living like this circus, this adventurous life that doesn't show up on the outside. And it's really a sad thing. And so I felt like I wanted to share this with you all today because we are not grasshoppers. We are giants. And walking in false humility doesn't make you a grasshopper. It just makes you a fake giant. It makes you a giant who is crouched in the corner because you don't want to be accountable for your greatness. You don't want to be responsible for um, healing a nation. You don't want to be responsible for um, changing the world. You don't want to be responsible for it. And so you hide out in this land called false humility and you get comfortable there because nobody else really knows that you're hiding because 15% of a giant's energy kind of equates to someone else giving 100% of their energy. But you know that you're a liar. Like I know that I've been playing super small. I know that I've been over in the corner, crouched down. And when I do come in contact with people who see me as a giant, I kind of stay away from them. Like, I don't really want anybody to know that I'm a general in the army, right? I want to just kind of hang out as a private because, who really pays attention to the privates? And so that goes back to trauma. It really does go back to childhood trauma. And I won't discuss that in this particular video, but I want you to know it's okay to stand up. You don't have to be crouched over in the corner, afraid to be seen. You can stand in your greatness. You can be unapologetic. You can be unflappable. You can be unstoppable. It's okay if they don't like your greatness. It's okay if you don't fit into the small corners and the small circles. It's okay if you are a big fish getting out of the small pond, hopping over into the ocean. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, we are world changers. We are atmosphere shifters. And it's time to step out of that place called false humility and step into the place called I am great. I am anointed. I am appointed. I am called. I am chosen. I am smart. I am wise. I am intelligent. I am the leader. I am the boss. I am the head. I am not the tail. It's okay. I'm talking to you as well as I'm talking to myself. So now that I've said it, now I'm going to have to be accountable. That was the whole point. I need to be held accountable for standing in my greatness. Y'all know what I say. Be strong, be powerful, and forgive.